once again, touching down in fine style. This, yes, of course, is Department S, presented by world famous OPAL frequencies as I would tell it to you. Now, what's been presented so far has about it a startling reality that a lot of people are going to run the other way from, because it may be talking about their life. But for those that harbour a particular concern within them, they're going to find what has been presented thus far very useful. Now, as an example, if you take the fact that it suggests 98% of the people are under the government order and dominance of a proverbial devil, well, when one can appreciate how many people are so addicted to external stimulus of one sort or another, one superficial order or another, but the fact that external stimulus is so prevalent in the world, or a need for external confirmation from others is so rabidly necessary in people's minds these days, can explain a tremendous amount about why so many people, to the extent of supposedly 98%, are under the sway in government of something perverse and degenerate. Now, the need for external confirmation is quite natural, but the way that it's being pursued revolves around being popular, being liked, being financially supported. These are the types of cultural aspects in life that momentarily satisfy a person, but then again it starts all over again the following day. So it's a very temporary appeasement, a very temporary form of satisfaction that a person has to constantly use the most important parts of themselves to chase after, only to have to start all over again the next day. But in the real world, when a person is confirmed, it actually becomes part of their life, it becomes integrated in their life, it offers easement to their life. Thus, as a result, a person can actually identify what it is that has been enhanced in them because of how they have become able, how they have become more able. So again, this number of 98% might on the surface appear to be very high, but if a person can appreciate, as the present company may be very well able to do, how so many people are addicted to external confirmation, whether it be the number of friends they have, the amount of money they make, the amount of women they're able to conquer, the amount of men they're able to subdue. No matter what a person points their faculties towards, if there is the pursuit of promotion entwined within the endeavor, that person is part of the 98%. Because, of course, they're seeking to use their resources to attract to themselves something that is culturally equated as being valuable. And the whole pursuit of a person living in such a way is really summed up in one word, which is promotion. They're promoting themselves rather than anything else. This is the 98% that's being spoken about here. Well, of course, there are going to be those who ask the question, why would such a standpoint be taken? And in response to this, initially, one's attention can be directed towards the title. Notice it doesn't say an interview with the devil, or for that matter, a interview with the devil. It says the interview. So this suggests the principle behind any type of interview with a devil is encapsulated or embodied in this particular interview, because it's the interview, it's iconic. it's iconic. Having said that, we then move to the fact of the presentation of royalty and control as being synonymous.
Here begins the interview with the devil. I have uncovered the secret code by which I can pick up your thoughts. I have come to ask you some very plain questions. I demand that you give me direct and truthful answers. Are you ready for the interview, Mr. Devil?
Yes, I am. But you must address me with more respect. During this interview, you will address me as Your Majesty.
By what right do you demand such royal respect?
You should know I control 98% of the people of your world. Do you not think that entitles me to rate as royalty?
Have you proof of your claim?
Yes, plenty of it.
Of what does your proof consist?
Of many things. If you want answers, you will address me as Your Majesty. Some things you will understand, some you will not. In order that you may get my viewpoint, I shall describe myself and correct the false notions people have of me and my place of abode.
Now do see, if one listens closely to what is being presented, if one listens closely to the opening remarks between the interviewer and the devil, one will notice the devil says 98% of the human race is under its control, and that this fact alone is enough for anyone petitioning the devil to see the devil as being royal.
But you must address me with more respect. During this interview, you will address me as Your Majesty.
By what right do you demand such royal respect?
You should know I control 98% of the people of your world. Do you not think that entitles me to rate as royalty?
Well, if one can dig what's being said here, what the devil is saying, what this proverbial devil is suggesting, what this iconic devil is suggesting is quite clear. For the devil is saying, if I am in control of 98% of the human race, doesn't that make me royal because I have the power to control that life? That makes me royal. So if royalty is considered to be something that has unwielding power, such as certain kings in history that appointed themselves with divine right, certain kings that suggested they were representing God on earth. The same thing applies in what's being presented here. For the devil is saying, I am a king because I control 98% of the human race. So one has to be as thick as two short planks to not see, regardless of what one may personally understand about royalty. Royalty, as it's understood, being presented here by the devil as ultimate control over life. And of course that makes perfect sense because the devil believes that it is the government, the order and the dominion of human life anyway. Conversely, what position, what is the attitude of the person conducting the interview? Because this is perhaps the most indelible opportunity to confirm the direction of the interviewer, whether it's sincerely seeking the fine or sincerely seeking the course. What is the direction of the interviewer? Is the interviewer more interested in the dark side of life, the degenerate side of life, the perverse side of life? Because all of these things are viewed by those that seek to move into the higher realms of themselves as being epitomized by the metaphorical devil. So, if one simplifies what's been said thus far, it's suggesting that anyone, whether it's a mistake or a conscious, self-determined act, who contacts the lower part of their mind and then is told the reason why the lower part of their mind is so powerful is because if you use the lower part of your mind, you can control another person's life. Anyone that then, having heard that, makes the adding up in their own mind that yes, of course, that is a legitimate king, well, see that that person is equally deviant, equally perverse, equally corrupt in their own mind. Because you see, the purpose of life is to become conscious, sublimate one's mind so that the life begins to experience new connections, which equates with evolution. However, if one human being seeks to control another human being to the point that that can't happen, that has to be the most evil thing of all. So anyone that, even if they make a mistake and knocks on the wrong door, the minute the door's open and they're told, well, step in this way and you're going to be able to control other human beings, and they step in, that's because they're seeking power, because at the very least, they're seeking a certain type of degenerate and perverse power over others, to manipulate others, to control others, to subjugate others to their own devices. This is very clear. And of course, the present company, because they're well referenced, they're going to have caught that a long time ago, but now it's time to make it clear. Because that's what's being presented. That's the receipt. That's the proof. That's the evidence. Openly given by the proverbial devil to the person inquiring, showing exactly what they're all about. And the only reason someone will then continue to engage with an entity like this is because they're also seeking to control, to dominate others, have power over others. This has become very clear. So having said that, let's listen then to the story so far and see what else comes up.
Here begins the interview with the devil. I have uncovered the secret code by which I can pick up your thoughts. I have come to ask you some very plain questions. I demand that you give me direct and truthful answers. Are you ready for the interview, Mr. Devil?
Yes, I am. But you must address me with more respect. During this interview, you will address me as Your Majesty.
By what right do you demand such royal respect?
You should know I control 98% of the people of your world. Do you not think that entitles me to rate as royalty?
Have you proof of your claim?
Yes, plenty of it.
Of what does your proof consist?
Of many things. If you want answers, you will address me as Your Majesty. Some things you will understand, some you will not. In order that you may get my viewpoint, I shall describe myself and correct the false notions people have of me and my place of abode.
That is a fine idea, Your Majesty. Start by telling me where you live, then describe your physical appearance.
Well, unfortunately, everything has been confirmed, and we now see how all has been revealed. For does not the questioner respond, having only a few seconds ago discovered?
But you must address me with more respect. During this interview, you will address me as Your Majesty. You should know I control 98% of the people of your world. Do you not think that entitles me to rate as royalty?
What they're engaging with is seeking to subvert the course of regenerative human life. Having heard that, their reaction is,
That is a fine idea, Your Majesty. Start by telling me where you live, then describe your physical appearance.
that is a fine idea. Is it a fine idea? Of course not. No, it's not. And this, of course, is a horrendous response, but it's indicative of exactly what's going on in the questioner's mind. Why they even decided to go down this road. Why they even decided to venture into these worlds. It is obviously because they imagine themselves having power over others, and one can say this without fear of recrimination, because their response is that is a fine idea. They believe controlling others is a fine idea. And again, see that in using the word fine, it's suggesting it's in the upper echelons of one's possibilities. That is to say, 1, 2, and 3, and not 5, 6, and 7, where these are the types of sentiments that actually lurk and exist, to control others, to manipulate others. That's something that exists at 7, 6, and 5 and has nothing at all to do with the design of the human mind. These types of influences are what they are, but the human mind is not designed to engage or deal with them. This is clear. So for a person to suggest, having heard that whatever the devil is in control of 98% of mankind, or so-called individuals, 98% of so-called individuals are going around thinking they're doing their own thing when actually they're being done to, because humans do not do things do things through humans, which points towards a spiritual crisis, if there's any truth in what's being presented. Any reality to the scenario that is being presented by the devil, clearly the so-called individual is experiencing a spiritual crisis. But to then suggest that in doing so that was a fine idea only highlights just how critical the situation actually is. So then what is the point of pursuing any further in this investigation if a person doesn't stop and ask themselves in the quiet moments of their life if they've ever entertained the idea of being in a place where they can successfully, which is the key word, control, manipulate, and direct others. Because when thinking about being in such a position, it struck them as being something to aspire to, or in other words, a fine idea. This is Opal Frequencies. Until next time, remember, understanding is a real thing. Hold it now, for here is a very brief cautionary reminder, and it is the following. The human is always connected into the unseen worlds, but the question is it high and attending the life, or is it low and possessing the life? For see that in both instances, what the so-called individual receives may at first present itself as enhancing, but in the latter case will in the end always end up being degenerate and of course possessing the life.
Come on. Out of his slumber. This is the tight one.